Tide instead of the NP, right?
Yeah,
It was Thunder Predator the bandit.
Yeah, I guess they could also ban NP, but I wanted some other bans coming from NoPing.
All right,
kind of complicated because
we got a
NoPing
draft
and NP
already.
have the same freaking letters, but yeah.
Let's jump into the jungle. They are snap picking here, right through the bans and immediately into a Death Prophet Tiny for Thunder Predator in response to this Centaur first pick from NoPing.
By the way, the slow has existed since 6.72, so not
Yeah,
that
I was
new.
looking for it.
But it was really small. It was like 30%.
So what year is that? Like, 2015, something like that,
Yeah, and at the same time, they added Rubik. No big deal.
2011.
2011.
Oh, my God. Okay. New
Back
mechanic.
when he had a different name.
Back to the Viper here. So, NoPing again. At this point, you got to assume it's a 5 and just consider maybe they could flex, but no, this is a support Viper. That's what they want. That's what they play. It's good. And now you got the Centaur. I like Centaur against Death Prophet. Sometimes she can pop the ult, disengage, reset.
Yeah.
Cool option.
The Viper is just like a position 5 that acts like a Nyx, where it's like, I don't want to pick certain heroes versus it. I think that's all you have to worry about it as. It's like the flex value is very minimal in comparison.
Yes.
It just straight up doesn't let you pick certain heroes, or at least not with any confidence.
I think in some other teams, like, obviously you lose all of the flex value when you're just first pick Centaur, but I feel like the value of the flex is more, it's more prominent in Viper compared to Nyx. But obviously, like, in this case,
Nyx
you
is
know
flexing.
it's not going to be. Yeah. And they actually still the Tiny, huh? We were kind of blaming Tiny a little bit, but they still...
Well, this won't be a mid-Tiny, so it's fine. This will be a 4 Tiny.
How are we actually preferring 4 Tiny over mid-Tiny? I don't get that.
Because
what happened?
I mean,
I
just don't like Tiny in general, to be honest.
But 4 Tiny.
Yeah, somehow I found the 2 to be even less optimistic, I guess. I don't know.
I see.
Everyone's tanky. The 2 seems outdated. You got to really snowball versus like weaker people. They're playing on the cast and got to feed on the supports. The AA was having a real rough time, and then they got a few items on everyone else, and it was like, all right, well, anyone else want to carry this game? Because I'm out.
I mean, I agree to some degree, but I also feel like NoPing, they just rushed a lot of their smokes into bad fights. Like,
sure,
if they just chill a little bit more or they choose their fights better, I think that game was kind of theirs.
I think they felt pressured because of their heroes, though, like the mid-Tiny and the 1 Prophet, and so that's what makes
the
you,
Wraith King was definitely.
It's like, let me hit you with a great quote from Mr. PPMD, the doctor himself.
Okay.
Super Smash Bros. Melee, when he once played against Mango, and Mango said to him, "Man, I'm playing real shit today." And he turned to him and he looked in the eyes and said, "Do you ever think that maybe when you play me, I make you play like shit?" And Mango was like, "Oh, damn. He hit me with that." That is what happened to NoPing.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Okay. So you're saying it's going to be an easy 2-0 trend? Is that where we're going?
Probably the easiest 2-0 that's ever existed in the history of Dota 2.
So far, I'm digging on the draft to do it. I was wondering, will Thunder Predator ban the
Brazil servers.
Yes.
If Thunder Predator doesn't win.
All right, let me tell you guys one thing.
excuse.
Yes, they stole the NP, but Wraith King is banned, so they stole the NP because they are pressured, and they're going to pick Luna right now.
Yeah, good call.
That's the first hoodwink in the new in the jungle. I don't think it was picked.
We saw it once.
Really?
Now, can I just throw something out here?
In the new screen like that?
And in the new draft screen, remember?
Yes.
I see. No, okay.
Yeah.
How disrespectful
in the jungle.
would it be if they take the Nyx Assassin here? And they manage to get 4 to the 5 same heroes. Because I think there's some value in going for that. But you're already up 1 game, so I guess there's, what more mental damage you need to do.
Have you seen those Dota what the fuck videos where Hoodwink's charging the ult, Nyx Assassin is invis, just chilling, and then he presses Carapace, kills the Hoodwink? That's my sort of content.
So is Hoodwink like 100% position 4? Is she? I want to see this hero mid. I want to see what she does with farm, but I don't think anybody plays it.
Yeah, mid is
from
like
what
hero
I've
gets dropped,
seen-
is overtuned. Everyone tries it mid, then it gets nerfed,
Yeah.
and it's not good mid anymore. Willow did it. Snap can still do it, I guess. Hoodwink had its moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Dawnbreaker will hopefully be kicked out of there pretty soon.
Thank God, dude.
Hero's pretty annoying.
Does look like a pretty good lane combo though, right? Hoodwink Centaur. If there's anything that's going to try and snowball this hero, it is a Centaur in
Sure.
lane. Offers you kill potential, lets you roam around, gives you freedom to do whatever you want.
Totes.
So what does NoPing need here? We're assuming this Hoodwink's 4, Viper's a 5, so they need either
Probably
mid or
a carry.
Oh.
They don't have last pick, so you really could go either way.
Tough thing
And
is
they're going to settle for the gyro.
they don't have a lot of info right now in terms of like what lanes are coming from Thunder Predator, because they just have so many options. I mean, this could be Leo style Prophet. This could be Leo style on the Tiny, theoretically. I agree that the least likely position that they have right now is 1. So I am up for some just straight up 1 bans. And of course, Morphling's just straight up good versus the gyro. So take that ban into account.
Dire team ban.
Maybe Spectre's not really worth it, I don't think.
Did
Wondering
Minos
where-
played a Baron in the major? I'm actually... Okay, he did not. So I was considering whether this Abaddon could be a carry, but I guess
I mean,
it's
Thunder
not possible.
Predator have a lot of flex,
10
though. The
seconds
Prophet could be
remaining.
1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prophet could also be
remaining.
2 or 3. And like you said, I doubt they flex the Abba to 1, but it's still kind of a possibility.
I
Maybe
think
you just ban around mid Prophet, off lane Death Prophet. There's 2 Prophets again.
Yeah, that would be my
Mid-Nature's
assumption
Prophet.
right now. Is that it's 3 DP and 4 Tiny and 2 NP.
I think, I think so.
Yes.
Leo style plays a little bit of that NP.
Radiant team ban.
I'm going to take the troll.
Fair.
They liking
All right,
gamers.
what's
What are they picking? Why are we banning Troll? I guess just for Centaur, someone who can just like do something with the lane. I mean, there's still Ursa as well in the pool.
10 seconds remaining.
It's kind of nasty.
5 seconds.
I'm fine
What
with
does
yours.
Dark Mago want to play? You can't play Tiny. What else is on the...
Invoker was
the
the,
lineup.
best, and they just banned it. I'm trying to think, like
Okay.
helping out Gyro, right?
No Mars. Dark Mago, one thing that I noticed from NoPing is that they don't play Void Spirit. In the last 3 months, they played 1 game of Void Spirit, and that's a hero we see a lot in SA. So they also don't have that option. They might be out of Dark Mago heroes.
Dire
That's it. He's
team
just gonna forfeit. Actually,
No Lina, yeah, just sorry guys. What is like I guess Storm is fine here, right? You have this Death Prophet and P you can hunt.
Storm's not
A
bad.
Baron really doesn't threat you at all.
It's pretty fair.
10
Ninth
seconds
pick.
remaining.
I mean, honestly, there's not a whole lot else. I mean, there's like Queen.
5 seconds
Or you
remaining.
could like DK or something.
Yeah, just your general whatever heroes.
Yeah, I actually prefer Storm. I think Queen just gets bursted by the Tiny. Like, you don't get that much HP with the items you go for.
You know, we haven't seen Lesh today.
Oh,
Kind of an interesting
Yeah.
one. And there is still a
Lesh
PL
is
in the pool.
Radiant
decent.
So that could get a bit spicy.
Whoa.
Speaking
There
of
you
the
go.
spice,
Mid Bristle.
Other way. Could also be mid Gyro with safe lane Bristle.
God, this Viper pick. It's all been a setup from the very beginning. Aha! Our
Yeah, Dark
ultimate
Mago is
trap card.
spamming mid Bristle back in his pubs. This is 1000% mid Dark Mago.
5 seconds
All right,
Mid Bristle.
so
Okay.
carries with break. Phantom Assassin. Anyone
I
else?
guess that's it. They also got the Hoodwink, right? So that's another break that you can
They're
easily get.
geniuses.
Doom.
Yeah.
Does his
Doom with
bags break?
Ags. Yep. I don't think they want to pick Doom though.
Go Slark and get yourself the Silver Edge.
Yeah,
They have
that's
so
more
much
like
time
it, I think.
too. They can
I
actually
don't
just
know.
like mull over this forever.
Centaur Bristleback. I think Slark is not the craziest.
They could drow. They've Centaur. Never mind. They could time dilation. They don't have the best chrono damage.
Not really.
Although it is chrono versus Stampede.
I think PL is decent, actually. I like the PL route. I think Gyro usually doesn't have that much damage. You don't really care about the Viper because you just Phantom Rush to somewhere else.
I kind of like the
mana.
Slark, too. I think PL or Slark are generally fine by me here.
Okay.
Slark's a sleeper. Nobody's been picking him.
Is there any value to the 1 NP? I mean, they can pick literally any lane here, right?
Yeah, I guess NP could go for the Silver Edge and they could get like a different mid hero.
Or a different off lane, even. They can kind of do whatever they want because they see all the matchups. But they end up going for the Luna. Well, Gary won at game 1. Gets at game 3. Now, statistically, this is actually one of the worst heroes versus Bristle, which is kind of interesting.
Yes, I was gonna say that. I guess they have a lot of push. You have Death Prophet NP, Luna, but
Are they taking a tower level 1? Is that what I'm seeing here? They don't have the
This looks like the lineup.
Oh, they
that
got
would be
some of
so
the
good.
spicier ones, you know?
oh, level 1 aura on Luna. Just go hit
Level
the
1
tower.
Roche team.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't love this. I've been cynical on Luna a little bit, as much as I want to believe in the Frank Nature's Prophet here. It's going to be the Leo style Death Prophet. And once again, the 5 Viper, Dark Mago on the Bristleback. Mid Bristle is actually pretty damn annoying. I don't know if you guys have ever played against it or seen it recently, but it's more than a meme. I mean, the
I
damage
stand
is
by you.
kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It gets
they don't have
incredibly
a great
tanky.
lineup.
It's
to
kind
deal
of
with it.
dumb. His shard's
it's
really
like-
good. His axe is really good now.
So this is amazing drafting from NoPing because they've been flexing this like support Viper opener in their draft thing for a while now. It's been throwing people for a loop. And this is a side effect that now that Bristle's relevant in a core role, it gives you this great protection. And it's not obvious like, oh, they picked Viper, they're definitely going Bristle. But you bring him out 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10 games.
1 out of 20.
It's a threat, dude. I mean, I think we're going game 3. I think this is NoPing.
I think
Yeah,
that
I
they
agree.
have. Okay. Nope. I mean, I don't think so. I think they're too greedy.
Okay.
I think they all need a lot of neutral stacks. I think that the speed that they're going to hit them with from this NP and this Luna is going to knock them on their asses. And Thunder Predator 2-0.
The only problem I see in this
Wow.
draft is that Bristleback, if this goes a little bit too late, he's a hero that struggles against Sprout because you don't want to go Force Staff, you don't want to go Battle Fury, and you also don't have a slot for the Quelling Blade. So that NP could become kind of an issue for him. But
Okay.
overall, I think NoPing has a really good draft. Brazil servers, I think this is going to be a 3-game series.
We've got a smoke out here, so let's hand it over to our casters. Gary, take it away. Thunder Predator want Bloodbud.
Let's go! Yeah, I mean, both teams rushing straight towards the bottom rune spots. Let's see if they do actually clash. MJZ's going to get himself a ward down there. It's actually Leo Style that places it. And look at the wraparound from NoPing on top of that staircase. Theban, very quickly. Luna,
Yep.
the stats apparently saying that she's not performing particularly well. How do you feel she's going to get on this game?
You know my theory on Luna, Gary. One
Yep.
death.
I want to hear you say it.
So let's see it. 1 death after 18 minutes, and the hero's gonna have a tough time to close the game out. But
Oh, they
I
find
think
MJZ.
Thunder Predator. Yeah, he's super dead
Very
here.
far. He's super dead, yeah.
That looked like a really messy smoke from TP, I must say. Their level 1 isn't that strong. They want to get some vision out. I understand that, but the angle that they took to get to their point and then how they retreated. Yeah, I think TP starting off a little bit awkward here in this game. Is MSD going to be tri-laning top, potentially? I don't think
Yeah,
so,
they-
right?
They're trying to figure out where they're heading. There's
Okay,
two
okay, he's
wards
going
that
back
will
bottom.
scout Luna. Yeah, she's going to go down bot.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Going back bottom.
quite a few unknown factors on the NoPing side. Maybe that's why we're seeing this bit of a scramble from Thunder Predator. The gyro from HFN we've not really seen this season or last. Hoodwink we've seen once, and it was Matthew playing it up against SG, I believe, in a game they won with a TA position 1 in the first series of the season 2. And then Bristleback mid for Dark Mago, usually on this Kunker or the Tiny. Suddenly coming out with a Bristle.
So this is not a very good Bristle game. You're playing against Death Prophet. It's really, really tough with the Spear Siphon and the Exo. And then you also got the Tiny who can like kind of toss you into the enemy team. And when you're running away, you're like facing your opponents. So it's a very interesting Bristol game. I do like the gyrocopter though in this game because they picked this after the Nature's Prophet and they wanted this flat cannon hero who can deal with all of Nature's Prophet's lane pressure. Wow, Panda
Well,
Boo.
yeah, I've
Got
been
one more
watching.
toss.
Speaking of tossing,
But he's dead.
they tossed him off to the left-hand side. Homing missile comes.
he's not
Panda Boo, he's all right. He had a fairy fire as well. It looks like as the
Yeah.
contingency plan.
I thought Moose was gonna be able to get a toss back onto Frank there, but that homing missile came just in the nick of time.
Just about on time, yeah. And here's a nice wave heading into Frank's tower. So he'll be able to secure up a lot of this golden experience that has come his way. Yeah, and Moose is tiny, looking to try and contest Panda Boo. Oh, Viper. We've seen that story before where you step too far forward at your pull spot. But he hides by the trees very nicely, make sure Tiny can't get the toss on him. And everything will calm down in that top lane. As down at bottom, we're seeing a pretty similar story of trade back, lots of lucent beams being spammed onto Matthew, but then he just tosses out a little bushwhack and he's fine.
And MGC didn't go for Orb of Venom or the Curse level 1, which it's kind of hard. And he's gone for the Mist Coil too now, so I don't think they're going to win bottom lane super hard on Thunder Predator's side. But they will win just by a little bit, I think. Oh, Matthew.
Might kill Matthew. Well, they turned with a
MJZ.
stomp onto both of them, though. MJZ, the one to die. Second death of the game already.
Might kill Hoodwink, you say. This hero is one of the most annoying heroes to kill in a lane. He's got 320 movement speed. If he skills up Scurry as well, there's no way you're bringing this guy down.
They're just hiding in the trees. Even with Luna's supernatural powers of taking down those cute little creatures in the forests. Hoodwink has a little ways away. What's Dark Mago up to? He's already stacking up camps for himself, and waiting for bounty runes.
19
Bristleback has
losses.
ditched the mid lane, but yeah, he is on 19 CS, isn't he?
He killed the small camp here, so a lot of his gold is the neutral creeps here. So, and Leo Style able to bring the creep wave behind his tower, deny one creep off too, and the lane's gonna keep on pushing into Leo Style, so he's gonna be pretty happy with that.
And Dark Mago's going to come back, try and not miss out on any experience from that wave coming in. He just takes so much damage every time he shows his face there, though. Crypt Swarm and Spirit Siphon, both level 2. And 15 one charges on Leo Style, which he's probably going to have to use in a second. Get a few more stacks up, get that full efficiency going, and stick around in that lane.
Yeah, it looks like Dark Mago's only intention is to push the
Frank.
lane out and farm. Oh,
Good
5.
avalanche from Moose. He's going to
Not
TP
enough.
home. Looks like it's successful.
Pinged it out. HFN's like, kill him! One more hit! Panda was like, I don't want to go into the tower.
I can't get any closer.
Now he's just going to get back to the lane with 4 resources. It's as if nothing ever happened. Thank you, teleportation.
What an ability. Yeah, straight back in there. Oh man, MJZ. Blown up by Oscar and Matthew again.
Yeah, this is the big problem here for TP. Like, Abaddon's having a hard time sticking into the lane now, especially without the curse. I'm telling you, like, you need curse on this hero to be able to have very high impact in the laning stage. And now the Centaur is gonna have Vanguard in 150 gold too, or 250 gold. Oh boy, MNZ.
Oh, they're going to get the
MNZ.
two-man stun. MNZ
shield
got
off.
caught up in there. Like, lucky to have the shield from that Abaddon, but Oscar and Matthew, they're both pretty healthy. Ring of Hell, Tango's still to go. They can stick around for as long as they want. MNZ wants to
they
try
may have
and
been able to-
contest the pull.
Heal up Luna, but now MJZ is very low on resources, and they're just gonna be able to go right back to this carry. Oh man, this is so rough.
so
Oscar can just
annoying.
spam double edge now. He's got a Vanguard, Gary. 5 minutes in, Vanguard ready on the Centaur.
An amazing feeling. Oh, Panda Boo up top lane, though. They do have the Tombo. Moose catches the Viper. Frank, he's being pummeled, though. 4 stacks of the poison attack and HFN. Right clicks into that for a decent trade there for NoPing. Both these
Definitely.
Southern's working out for them. As at bottom again, we have to swing back down there. MJZ getting caught out with the stuns. Oh, good little lucent beam, but it didn't cancel the stomp, and MJZ gets the shield off. Buys him more time as Matthew was starting to rain the arrows down onto Abaddon. But you look at the Thunder Predator heroes, they're both at what, 300, 400 HP? How do they play this lane?
You don't. You're gonna need the Luna to lead this lane very soon and go into the jungle. Oscar is just only going to get stronger at this point. It's going to be level 5 with the level 3 double edge with crazy amount of HP regen. Look at him, 12.6 health regen right now. He can just keep spamming you with the double edge. And the Abaddon isn't going to be able to sustain all that damage.
Oh,
Matthew?
Matthew gets the DD rune. Actually pops a
Scurry,
wand
though.
and has the raindrop, scurries away. Now Dark Mago, it's his turn to actually get on top of the DP. One more Spirit Siphon charge and a ton of wands here for Leo style. So I don't think Dark Mago can close in on the kill. And they did bring Pandaboo and Matthew there to get on top of the rune. But all three lanes now looking victorious for NoPing.
Matthew is like... He ran away with the Scurry, but I feel like Dark Mago had another idea. He wanted Matthew to turn around and go on to Leo style with that Scurry, since they've already spent the Tombow, and there wasn't much threat of Matthew actually dying there. They could have potentially got a kill onto Leo style if it made some offensive moves. But yeah, like you said, all 3 lanes going for NoPing. And this has to start with the first blood, right? The Centaur just getting the first kill. A little bit of extra gold to be able to get to that ring of health, and now this lane has really snowballed out of control where the Luna can't even stay in this lane.
Yeah, she's
Just
gonna have
behind
to
by
go jungle,
1,000 gold.
Oh, yeah. They're making a move onto that mid-tier 1. They kind of wanted to find the Bristleback and then push. Pandaboo's going to offer himself up. The missed toss doesn't matter, as those Exorcism Ghosts make short work of the Viper.
Yeah.
But the Bristleback had already dipped away, and it looks like he's cleared all of the stacks in his jungle.
If they can actually take this mid tower though, that's insane for Thunder Predator, because Bristleback is one of those heroes that doesn't really let his tower fall easily, but because he used all his resources to kill the stacks, he's now having to go back to base first, heal up before he can come and fight.
Well, they do stampede. Dark Mago forward, toss him back, and Oscar, he kills Minos down bottom all on his own. It's a 2v1 down there, and they find the pickoff. Dark Mago's still going to chase MJZ, though, stacking up the Quill Sprays, easy on the Abaddon. Leo style moves, they don't get the tower, they have to run back. The fact your Luna dies bottom, though.
Matthew and Oscar were down there, and I think that's what the Stampede was for, just to get the kill onto Luna, who's been left all by herself while the Abaddon was middle trying to apply some pressure. So Dark Mago healed up, TP back mid, protected the tower, got a kill on the Abaddon, since the Exorcism already ran out and they had no more damage.
Eclipse with the Lucent Beams. Oscar, very close to death. Frank TP's in. Wrath of Nature is going to come through and finally pick off that pesky Centaur who was on a dominating streak. And they're even going to bring 4 heroes down here. Is this going to be a push onto an off-lane tower at 8 minutes?
They can try, but once the Centaur's alive, he's just going to put himself bottom, and that tower is not going to die. That was like the perfect timing for TP, because Centaur's cloak was on the way. Once he got that magic resist, I don't think he was going to die at all.
And would have survived the burst. And they don't even get close to the tower. Like, some Treants move up there, but in the meanwhile, top lane, HFN, complete free farm, well on his way to Aghanims, gets a bit of chip damage there.
Mid-tower.
And mid-tower is going to be the
Dark
focus
Mago.
for Thunder Predator.
He's been so greedy with this jungle farming that his tower has just fallen. I mean, he gets a deny at least.
Oh, look at this damage. The toss back
Yeah,
might
it's
save
a
the
lot of minus
DP,
armor.
but that's a 210 damage Dark Mago Bristleback just whacking into Moose. Kills him off. Now the Abaddon's in trouble. He's already spent his shield. 18 one charges up, sure, but Dark Mago, he's shown no signs of stopping or slowing. He's going to dive this tier 1. He wants the Abaddon real bad. Take him down. Matthew, secures the kill as the pause 4. As top lane, it also looks like Frank is being closed in on. Gyro and that Viper stacking up magic damage on magic damage, kill off yet another core hero.
Well, this looks really bad for TP. Like, if game 1 was pretty close at this stage in the game, but NoPing is demolishing all 3 lanes right now. TP did get the mid-tier 1 tower, but with how far behind they are, they can't really utilize that tower being down. They can't go into the enemy jungle, take their farm, or gank heroes farming there, because NoPing are just playing all 3 lanes now. And Dark Mago is just hitting this mid tower with his double damage. Like,
Yeah, how
what do you do? Yeah, how do you stop this? You got an EXO up. Leo style is smoking up with Moose. They want to make some kind of play happen, maybe get a kill onto HFN, slow him down a little bit. But MNZ on the other side, he is struggling to find any farm, because he can't really go into a lane. He's afraid of Centaur. He can't go into a jungle because of Bristleback and possibly a Hoodwink just running past him, chaining him up.
And that then has the knock-on effect of, Moose on the Tiny not able to have a lane to himself to farm towards Blink Dagger, so he's going to be left in the dust a little bit. They do want to try and get on this HFN gyro, though. It has been a long wraparound. HFN is speeding away, and with a stampede, he's actually going to be saved. And Dark Margo puts himself in the front line, bodyguarding the gyro, turns around with a call down. Is that Leo Style going to fall? The DP, yeah, in so much trouble. Viper's there. Take down the DP, TP out from Moose. It's going to get, nearly stopped by the Matthew. Little hoodwink. 3-10. NoPing really did bring their A game, and it looks like Bowie might have been metagaming correctly this time. Brazilian servers paying off.
And they're gonna smoke right back up. They want to check out the 12-minute bounty rune. Oh, they found a Luna.
Trying to get that sharpshooter onto the Luna. Viper strike onto the Luna, and in comes Bristleback with a nasal goo, but the heals to sustain the turn with the Eclipse. Well, it's a lot of magic damage, but Luna can't withstand through the physical that comes her way. And yeah, you're right. Bristle with a hood. Scurry out with a hoodwink. And they disengage, only losing the Viper, killing off Minos yet again.
Meanwhile, Gary, top lane and bottom lane, we got 2 cores farming, and Centaur has triggered the glyph on top. So, NoPing, not only do they get the kill onto the carry, they bring all of TP's heroes there to try and help out. All they were able to get was a position 5 trade, and both Silence being pressured. TP, they're falling apart so quickly in this game. It's very rare that I can see teams coming back from this position.
Oh, yeah. Especially when they don't have any, wombo combos. They don't have any huge team fight abilities, do they? Tiny would rely on having a blink or Minos. Wait, he's fine. Looks okay. Dark Mago not able to chase him under tier 2s.
Yeah, this is just space by Hoodwink and Bristol here. Like you said, they don't got the big team fight abilities because they got heroes that... Oh, wait, hold on, Oscar.
There's a stampede onto Frank. Sharpshooter and... Oh, the mech popped. Nice sustain there. Okay, you didn't just pop it with a mech.
Yeah, I didn't even realize he got a mech. Man, this is a throwback to some old utility prophets. Mech. Jeez. So he's not going to be able to dish out any damage in this game.
It feels like it's going to come down pretty heavily to how much farm can Minos get. But yeah, there's a couple of things that are starting to come to mind now. Abad and Tiny as your support duo with no real team fight from anyone else. You're kind of relying on the push power you've got from Prophet and DP. Does make you feel a little bit lacking. And then also, just additional one, no Spirit Vessel coming out. I was kind of expecting DP to buy one, but opting just to go Yules.
Yeah, that is a problem too. You need that against these 2 tanky heroes. The thing is, TP picked up a lineup where you're supposed to be winning lanes, and they didn't win the lanes. And that's where they're struggling, right? They're pretty much all in on winning lanes, and
Moose.
It's falling apart. NoPing's got the better team fight too.
Moose going for that bottom rune. Bristleback nearly kills him through a TP.
I want to tell you something, Gary. Dark Mago has more net worth right now than he did in the last Tiny game. That 35 minutes long Tiny game that they had.
He ended at 7,500 or something, didn't he?
He's already got more net worth in this game. So this Bristleback for Dark Mago is working out really well.
So what was it? It was 29 minutes 23. He had 8,557. So he's 300 behind, but 15 minutes ahead.
Yep.
TP trying to tighten up. Gathering around their Luna with the DP, the Tiny. They do have that high ground vision. They pop the smoke, so they know it's all coming. Wrath of Nature. They're going to connect on these heroes, and yeah, they're going to try and TP onto it. A little jump onto the Tiny, but he's actually been broken down to the low ground. Avalanche toss. Sharpshooter thrown onto Leo Style, and an Eclipse here bursting through Pandaboo. They force the Stampede in. They'll get Leo Style. Oh, the Exorcism. Oh, they don't get him just yet. He's actually survived. He buys more time with the Spirit Siphon, runs off to the left side. Now Centaur and Bristleback have to focus MJZ instead. But the Luna, the Prophet, the casualties of war in the midst of battle. And yet again, it's just the Viper that hands over his life as sacrifice, while Matthew's also looking for Moose under that tower. Gets off, little net up onto Moose, Tiny Tombos, but it is lights out for him as HFN grabs a double kill with Aghanim's Yasha and 1,200 gold already in the bank.
Is looking
Massey is dead to the tower.
What? How has he done that?
He was trying to juke the tower, like going to fog, but then there's a word on the high ground, so he was
Okay.
seeing the whole time, and the tower just continued to hit him, and then he died. But yeah, you got Leo Style who escaped. Dark Mago, he decided to commit to the Nature's Prophet instead of going with Oscar onto the Death Prophet first. But I mean, they couldn't really accomplish anything again in the last engagement. They got Panda Boo killed. Hoodwink just died to the tower. That wasn't even a kill that they were supposed to get. And you got this Dark Mago who's going to have Sanjin Yasha, Jarkop, complete free farm. Aghanims also going to have Sanjin Yasha now. This is just absolutely insane. And Luna's sitting on 5,700 net worth.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be the fastest farming hero in the game, but she doesn't have the space to be able to farm non-stop.
Yeah, when the top 3 are all dire cores, and Dark Mago is just diving your tier 2s, forcing moves away from any kind of farm that he would want to gather. He saved up 1,000 gold towards Blink, but it's still going to be a long time coming. And the map is definitely shrinking here for TP. Radiant Triangle is going to be base camp basically for them, for you know, multiple reasons, right? They control Roshan. It's pretty safe high ground to hold. Abaddon can stay there with the Luna.
The biggest problem for TP, they could potentially get back into the game with this Yule's Butachavel's DP, and maybe Moose can find a kill somewhere with Exorcism. But there's a Stampede on NoPing that can just completely disengage the Exo factor. So no matter who you jump, if the Stampede comes out, they get away, and now your Exo's on cooldown, you're gonna lose the entire map. I'm not talking like 30% of the map. I'm talking 95% of the map is gonna be gone for TP.
Basically,
whenever
your tier
Exo's on
3s,
cooldown.
you draw the lines at your tier 3s. That's it. Bunker down. That's our map now. There's a nice little move by
And
Dark Mago
Aegis.
mid, kind of drawing attention into mid lane so the rest of his team could start Roshan, and then moves back in to finish it off and give HFN that Aegis. Is it time for drastic moves for Thunder Predator?
It's time for Thunder Predator to defend their high ground, because the NoPing are gonna come knocking on your door, guys.
So usually in these situations, I'm thinking, no, what kind of smoke can they make? Can they smoke into Roshan? No, because it's just been taken. Can they smoke into this dire team? No, because they're all grouped up as 5, and you have to break past a Bristleback or a Centaur and the Stampede you were mentioning. So it's just split push time.
They both got Vanguard and a Hood on the Centaur and the Bristleback.
Of course they do.
So you're not really dealing with one Centaur, you're kind of dealing with like 2 Centaurs. And the second Centaur has a damage reduction on his back. They're
And a
going for the
double-
split push bottom, but they don't
and a-
care. They're just gonna go to the high ground.
Yeah, he's got
They're
double
ready to
damage
end
in
this
his
game.
ball. Tiny has Blink. Toss back
They got Dragon
plays
Skill too.
unlocked. Tier
They
3
gotta get the
tower.
toss back, exactly. This is such a good play. If they can get Dark Mago or something.
There's the
oh, it's
HFN.
Gyro.
Gyro toss back. He's the one with Aegis. Looks like he's going to get burst down under the tier 4s, and the Stampede comes a little bit late. Moose is dead for 30,
No more
though.
stuns.
And they can't close in on the Gyro for the second one. That DD Bristleback holds the line with a Centaur, now focusing the barracks down. And they Yules him up, dispel the DD. And here's that incredibly strong frontliner, and that's a full set for NoPing.
Yeah, tier 2
Conquering the top
tower
lane.
still up middle. So they trade the Aegis for the racks, essentially. Tiny did die, but he's going to be back up alive. And the NoPing are making all the clean moves right now. They lose the tier 2 tower bottom, but that's nothing in comparison to getting a full set of racks.
And Dire even scanning in their triangle. Somebody's been here, sneaking out some of our ancient camps. There's a bit of Radiant Vision there too, you know, allowing Minoz to maneuver the map a little bit better. On his way to BKB, but still, what, 2,000 behind the nearest core, 4,000 behind the counterpart in the Gyro. That's about a 50% difference, it's huge. Oh, the jump in mid. Abaddon has borrowed time. And Jay-Z not the easiest of kills here. TP attempted, sharpshooter coming, but nothing to stop the TP.
You know, Assassinate has a mini stun on it.
Yeah.
Why can't Sharpshooter have a mini stun on it, right?
Exactly. It's not like she's already got
Okay.
stuns. Or annoying
into-
spells that stop everything else.
Disable, stop a TP from happening.
Oh, Frank, yeah, that's the TP back into the base. Solar Crest Mech, Nature's Prophet. It really is a blast from the past. Dark Mago has Wand, Illusion Rune.
Oh, I
they
missed the
can't get
toss
the
back.
toss back. They tried.
No. That was their chance right there. I think
Yeah.
NoPing really messed up with their positioning. If you could have got a toss back, maybe they could have held him long enough for NoPing to overcommit to the fight, get an EXO going. But yeah, they're just gonna reset and wait for a better pick-off, essentially.
Well, they're still eyeing up that Bristle. And Moose is leading
I
the
don't think
charge.
that's who you want to eye up.
Yeah.
We don't want to be going for that guy.
Definitely don't, especially when he's finishing off his Eternal Shroud now. It's going to be even more difficult to kill. Interesting he didn't opt for the Aghanim Scepter this game. The last couple of Bristlebacks we've seen either rushed Ags or went for it, second item. I guess, is it the Kotl factor? He's realized he's not with the Keeper of the Light, so he can't sustain the Aghanims,
He probably doesn't want Carpal Tunnel, right? That's probably also a factor.
QW.
Yeah. It's like, it feels like you're playing World of Warcraft at that point. With the Aghanims. Just mashing your keyboard. Yep. I mean, realistic, like, honestly speaking, the real factor is he just wants a carry build. Aghanims is not really a carry build. It's more like a utility build. And he's been dominating this game that Jum just having a second carry. I talked about this at the end of game 1 with this Tiny, right? They need another core to be able to beat a team like Thunder Predator. And they have that in this game. They got this Gyrocopter and the Bristleback. Both are incredible threats for Thunder Predator to deal with. And that's why they're able to dominate.
Toss back. Bristleback doesn't give a damn. Centaur makes a jump on the Tiny. Eclipse is thrown out, but they've got so much heal, sustain, mana, damage block of that magic damage. Oscar just walks it off as Dark Mago looks perfectly fine to return to hitting buildings again. They buy back on the Tiny and they'll be able to blink toss once more.
That's the wrong target for them to toss back. You don't want the Bristleback toss back. He's got a regen in his inventory as well.
Yeah.
Anyone but the Tiny, and it could have been a good fight.
Gyro also has a BKB. Difficult to grab HFN.
If you can get Gyro's HP to be
moves.
like half health,
He tried. He
there
gets
we
the
go.
toss. But the BKB and the cooldown comes. Stampede,
Just
stomp
run.
onto Moose. The sharpshooter and Gyro just shuts down the Nature's Prophet. Moose dies. 2 dead. 1 with buyback, 1 without. The Abaddon dropping low.
GG.
And DP just going to run out of their base as the rest of the team called GG. So yeah, we're going to game 3.
well, that was an absolute beatdown in this game. NoPing won 3 lanes convincingly, and that was it. I think bottom lane should have been in favor of TP, but because of the First Blood that Abaddon gave away to the Centaur, plus his build, I feel like you need your passive in these situations to be able to deal with the Centaur and Hoodwink, just to be able to kick them out and such. Didn't work out. Plus the Tiny also didn't rotate, right? Like, they didn't do well top, and then he still continued to play around top lane. But I feel like if he goes bottom, at least